Hello the internets, welcome back to Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and today's topic is gonna be Shoupan, as you can see on the background, running away from the police. The new character we just got today on the global server. So let's talk a little bit about her kit, how she works, if it's worth pulling for her or not, and if you pull for her, how to build her, what items are good, etc. This video will be about Shopan. Later today we'll make a separate video talking about her card when I test more, but her card will probably be a better pick for most players than the character itself if you care about meta. That said, let's jump into this. As usual, leave a like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. And we're gonna start with the basic stuff on Shopan, and then we can jump into her kit, then into the current meta for the Vivacious team, some comparisons with Yui as a healer, and if I would recommend pulling or not, right? So let's start with the basics when it comes to Shopan. For some reference on what I've been testing on, she has 534k combat power, level 110, 4 stars. I wanted 5 stars, but I got absolutely decimated, like 300 pulls, 3 copies. And same for her weapon. I had to ticket multiple of them. For her board, her first board is not that great. It's crit damage, great. And then crit resistance, which is the least priority in most situations. Still, you know, if you are done with most of the other first boards, you could be grabbing one. Hello, cat. What are you doing here? Oh, right. Hello, Kato. The worst thing she has, in my opinion, is her A-Club resources. So, you all know Vivi is a fake plastic farmer, okay? She is a fake plastic girl. And then Shoupan has exactly the same thing, but instead of having vegetables like Vivi, she has assorted grains right here. I wouldn't recommend pulling if what you're looking for is a plastic farmer, because you have Sari for free. Everyone will get her as long as you're pulling, right? And she is one of the best plastic farmers with Speaky, right? So both Speaky and Sari are the best for this. I would not bother with Blanchett, Shoupan, or Vivi because they are all pretty bad. As you can see, they all have the same. It just changes the second resource. So for the A-Club resources, not great. Her board is not fantastic. What about her kit? And then we'll go into the current Viva meta. Her kit is nice. It's a nice actual kit. So she's a pure support character, a pure healer, right? Her freshman skill delivers mail twice for 2 round trips, recovering HP for nearby allies each time it drops the mail. This is the nicest skill. It's not the best heal in the game, even when we're talking about AoE heals. Ui is the best support for this team, right? But it's nice. The problem with this skill is that when she goes back and forth, she can't get hit by the frontline enemies. So I'm not sure if on raids she will get killed because of it. I assume it's not going to be a huge issue, but it can happen, okay? She can get hit, and she can get like into like a really bad position, or in PvP, if Erpin is coming front, like to the front line with her bomb, she might be able to kill Shoupan. If the enemy is playing manually, right, and they want to just wait for your Shoupan to go to the front, they can also time their ultimate skills for that. So it's a little bit of a weird skill, but still nice heal. Her senior skill dashes forward, dropping the mail, increasing defense for all allies and dealing some AoE magic damage while applying noise. Noise, it's a really good debuff. We still use fast down raids just because of that noise, right? So this is a nice skill. The duration is 10 seconds, which is decent, even though her cooldown obviously is 36 seconds, but it's pretty good. Let me lower a little bit the music for Kingdom Hearts. There we go. The damage she does at max level is not bad. It's a 1050%. This is not the DPS, so it's not gonna be your main DPS or anything like that. Not even a sub DPS. It's nice damage, it's nice extra, but it's not the main usage. The main usage is the defense increase at max level being a 31%. I wouldn't take this to max level. And the duration for the noise is always 10 seconds. I think this is a level 7, you don't need to worry too much about this skill. If the noise duration does not like ever change and you're only getting a bit more of defense and that magic damage, which we don't get on her, not necessary. I would focus on her freshman and on her passive if you want to level anything. Her passive reduces incoming damage from enemy skill attacks and increases enhanced attack and movement speed of freshman skills, only for herself, obviously. This is good because her freshman is moving back and forth constantly. You want that extra movement speed, right, to keep her alive and she's not getting hit by anything. The movement speed does not change. What changes is the incoming skill attack damage reduction. So that's nice to once again save you from something like airpin, if people are waiting to actually just bomb you, right, out of existence, it's nice to level this up. Both her freshman and passive are pretty good. I will focus on those two to level up. And then her normal attack throws mail, this magical damage, and her enhanced version on her second attack will recover HP of someone with the lowest HP ratio on the team. So nice extra heals. Some healers don't even have actual heals on their enhanced attack, so that's nice. Now, when it comes to the current Viva meta, I'm comparing her with the current healer for this team, which is going to be Uwi. Uwi, it's an Eldin, and she's way better on everything. Still, I think Shopan finds a nice place on the current Viva meta. Vivacious does not have a full team yet. They only have 5 characters. So she's joining at a great time where your Rude has issues staying alive, right? Rude is not the best tank in the world. She's a nice tank and is the only option. And for physical content is even better. But she is not Chloe. She is not PB, right? And then you have your Batter, which is one of the main buffers thanks to her passive with this extra Vivacious personality and postal attack increase. Then you have your main DPS, which is either Epica or Momo, depending on what you have. And then you have your main support / healer, which is Uwi. So your options before Shoupan came were running Rufo, not a good character for PvE, or running Kana, a sub DPS you can use, but let's be honest, it's not great. It's not a good character. And you could be running UV for the memes or for Dreamland, but that's it. There is nothing else because there is no one using Benny. It's not a good unit. So she arrives at the place where you need a 6 character and she can fill that slot. She's good for this slot as the 6th unit for people who are making a full Vivacious team. But if you are not making a full Viva team, I would not recommend pulling for her. And the only other situation where I could be like, all right, maybe you can get a copy if you want, right? Even if you are not main Viva, it's you not having Yui. You want to push some dig side, you don't have a healer to keep your team alive, and it's like, okay, I don't have Yui, can I pull 1 copy if I get lucky early on with the Shopan? Yes, because you still need someone to be properly healing you, right? But Ui is better on everything. Now, for some damage comparison numbers, let me actually open on Discord. So let's go right here. Let me scroll up a little bit. We were doing a bunch of different runs on the second difficulty of the game, on Poblano, I believe it is, yes. And to be honest, I don't really like her. I don't think, like I was saying earlier, because we're comparing her with Uwi, and Uwi is such a great character that is hard to compare. I don't think it's a bad healer. I think she will find a place in the current meta. But for example, Shoupan with a healing pendant, Uwi no items, Uwi is still doing way more. If we go into healing pendant plus Picora pouch on Shoupan, is still healing less than Uwi, getting close. Healing pendant, her own item, right? Shopan backpack and Naya Dolphin. 3 items on Shopan, and Uwi getting nothing. It's like half the heals are still voice like, bro, what the fuck is this? Now, like I was saying earlier, we're comparing with an Eldin. It's not never gonna be a fair comparison when you compare characters that clearly will be stronger. They are the light and dark characters of these games, the pilgrims or whatever higher rarity you wanna call, right? So there is never characters that can compete with Eldins in the game. The only exception, and I'm 100% sure it was a mistake, was Elena. They buffed Elena too much, and she's one of the best DPSs in the game. But that's like, I believe, the only exception, because it was one of the first characters they released, and they were checking all of those buffs, and they probably didn't properly check, right? And she can't compete with Aya, but Aya is also a buffer, so it's different. But again, Eldins will always be stronger, so it's not a fair comparison in that regard. I think she can have a place on the meta if you are a main Vivacious player. If you're not a main Viva player, I would skip. If you're a waifu collector, don't even watch these videos because it does not matter. Also, I almost forgot to feed her on the banquet hall before reset. We got to do this as well. There we go. I need to get her to level 20. Speaking of level 20, don't forget to be doing this every day, guys, so you can get all of the items on your desk. Remember that every character you get to level 20 will give you one of these items on the table, and it looks really nice when you have like all of them, right? So this is pretty cool. This is a pretty nice system for the mods. That's it. Enough jumping, enough ranting. TLDR once again. Main Viva player, grab a copy. You're not a main Viva player, easy skip. I'll make a separate video talking about the card, probably either today or tomorrow morning, whenever we have some time. And as usual, we have live every single day. Links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool, the Nerds, and I'll see you in the next one.